I was very lucky, should I say, to have parents that were both interested in the arts. So I was on stage from quite an early age. I remember doing a amateur production in Whitby, where I'm from, of Happy as a Sandbag, which is like a really obscure play about 40s, World War II, England in 1940s. And I remember I think I was one of the chorus, one of the kids, one of the evacuee children, and I remember singing There'll Always Be in England on stage at the end. But I was very lucky to have parents that were interested in the arts, so that got me there. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I was. We did Christmas shows in primary school. Yeah, I played the narrator, I think, in one or two. Played Joseph probably at one point. Yeah, I was involved in that as well. Yeah. So at primary school, I did a lot of dancing, mainly. Just there's not as many opportunities for primary school kids to get into acting as much as where I'm from anyway. Per se for dancing, so I did a lot of dancing, but it wasn't always the acting side wasn't always like huge, but I had my parents, there as well. Yes, secondary school I did drama, GCSE drama, got involved in the plays there. I think we did Grease one year. Yeah, yes, I did take the GCSE drama. Yeah, did our own pieces, which was actually a lot of fun to do that. It was something that I thought about. I enjoyed doing it, but it was never going to be like a serious profession for me. Even though my mum, she trained at a drama school, like me. But at the time she was like, no, don't go into it. Don't go into it. It's a hard profession unless you're really serious about it. And at the time I wasn't as serious in GCSE time. I wanted to be a doctor originally. Didn't end up doing that though. So the school I went to, it had the sixth form attached to it. So I went to sixth form there. Didn't do any drama whatsoever, but kept doing it outside an amateur sense in the local theatre companies. I did psychology, history and chemistry. So complete different subjects to drama. So I think when I started my A-levels, I always had this idea of, I want to be an actor. I started my A-levels, I thought, yes, I'd like to be an actor, but I wanted to have serious A-levels behind me as well. So that's why I took them. But then it was like, at the time, I was like, no, I want to go to drama school. And so when it came down to applying, I applied for drama schools at the end of my A-levels. But it was, when I started A-levels, I think by that point I was like, yeah, I want to be an actor. This is what I want to do. Yeah, my mum. My mum was my biggest inspiration when it came to acting and everything. She trained at a drama school. That is someone I'd always looked up to as a role model, and she gave me all the advice that obviously get into drama school at the time when she got in, a little bit different to the time that when I got in 3 or 4 years ago. But the advice she gave was invaluable in getting in really. I first went to E15 for a foundation course for a year, which was, I had a great time there, really good time, and it got me into the next stage, which I went to the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, and I did a 3-year course there in acting with musical theatre, but acting was always my main subject that I wanted to do out of that. And yeah, I did that for 3 years, and now I'm here because of that, because of my training. It helped me to be the actor I am today. I would say read the plays is one of the main. It took me a few years to get into drama school. I don't think I was ready when I initially auditioned at the age of 18, 19. It's not a race. It's not a sprint race. It's a marathon. So if you don't get in, you're absolutely committed to getting in. Keep trying. Know your pieces. Know what your character is about, and just really know why you're there and what you have to offer that course.